When you meet people with gravitas, they often share a certain quality to their presence. They often seem to be very deliberate in their action and calm and confident in the way they carry themselves. So in this video, I want to talk about some of the elements that make up the presence of gravitas. The deliberateness that we see in people with gravitas is all about economy of movement, and economy in the way we use our words. And in this video, I want to concentrate on that economy of movement, on slowing down and being calm. Gravitas means not rushing in your movements and not rushing in your speech. It's not about slowing down and being ponderous. It is, though, about being controlled, about giving the sense that you are unrushed, nothing is going to faze you. Important things deserve careful consideration and time, and you're not going to dive in and rush to answer. And as you slow down, it increases your control over your speech. It allows you to breathe more deeply, speak more carefully and fluently, and as you slow down, it also lets the tone of your voice settle to its natural lowest register. And we know that when that happens, it sends signals to people who are listening that you are confident and therefore your words carry authority. And keep your volume down too, because confident people don't need to shout. But what you don't need to do is to slow down and find yourself drifting into a monotone, because that doesn't carry authority, it's just dull. Keep yourself animated. Remember, the important thing isn't being slow, it's being controlled. And being controlled means allowing yourself to speed up when you want to make one sort of point and to slow down when you want to emphasize another. Breathing. That's another part of the secret to portraying gravitas. Because people who aren't calm breathe in a shallow way, and that then forces them to speak quickly so they can get all their words out before they run out of breath. But if you compel yourself to breathe, it allows you to speak, again, with your natural, resonant voice quality. It also allows you to control your pacing, because you're not in a hurry. You can speed up if you need to, but you can slow down when you want to. It can feel quite strange at first, deliberately breathing, but it's a hugely valuable exercise, particularly if, before you start speaking, when you want to say something important, you take a deep breath. And of course, taking your time before you start speaking signifies to your audience that you're about to say something important, and that you're confident enough to pause before you say it. Both of those things, of course, add to your gravitas. Stillness is also important. In a frenetic world, we're often rushing around. We don't have time for this, we've got to get to that, we've got to do the other. However, if you really want your words to carry weight, you've got to settle and become still. Fidgeting and constant movement often betray nervousness and a lack of confidence. So fight the fidget. Calm yourself down. If you're speaking from standing position, then make sure you find yourself a confident posture and feel the floor beneath you. Let your weight settle and still yourself. That's not to say you shouldn't gesture. I hope you've noticed that I do from time to time. However, those gestures need to be controlled. If all you're doing is drumming your fingers, or fiddling with a pen, or doodling on a notepad, what does that say? It says you're not completely committed to listening to the other person. Now you know and I know that that may not be true. That maybe that fidget, that doodling is your way of concentrating. But when we see someone do it, that's not what goes through our mind. What goes through our mind is unconscious awareness of that apparently nervous behaviour. So calm yourself and fight the fidget. The final thing I want to talk about in this video is the calm that comes from knowing that you don't have something to prove. You don't have to prove you're the smartest person in the room. That's not what gravitas is. Gravitas is being the person in the room that other people want to hear from. And that's not just because you're smart. It might be because you are wise, because you can take the time to connect the dots and access the right insights, not just the smart ideas. So, under pressure, make sure that you have that kind of self-assurance to know that your place at the table is earned, and that you can be confident that listening to the conversation, listening to the dialogue, participating when appropriate is all that is needed of you. Sometimes, particularly early in our career, it's natural to be a little awed by the people around you. They're so much more senior, so much more experienced than you are. And there is good reason to respect those people. But don't let that respect manifest itself as subservience, as a feeling that you are not good enough to be with those people and among them, and offering your opinion and your thoughts when you have something valuable to say. Rather, use that respect as a chance to center yourself and feel confident that you're here among those people for a reason. If they didn't want you to be there, they'd send you away. As you move up through levels of experience and levels of organizational authority, you'll soon realize that you only invite people into the room who you want to have around. The fact that you're there should be the signal that gives you the confidence to know the value that you can contribute to whatever is going on. Please give us a thumbs up if you like this video. There's loads more great management courses content to come, so please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of it. I'll see you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep learning.